Hey guys, welcome back to Team Death Slinger. My name is Peter, and it is already that time. About a month, EX6 will be releasing in North America. So we're going to take a look at 5 cards slash decks that I'm excited for personally in EX6. And then later, probably next week, we'll go over what I think are the go-to decks for EX6. What's worth taking a look at in the meta. So for me personally, Ragnalordmon. I like this deck. I liked old Ragnalordmon. I did not think it was very playable. It was missing a lot of things that it needed to hit the go button. And I think DNA Blastace is probably exactly what this deck needs. We don't have to really worry about an end of turn DNA effect. I think I'll probably still run the old Ragnalordmon in the deck somewhere, somehow. Not exactly sure, but I do like that now we are building a single stack to be able to blast Evo into this guy. He does have Raid and Reboot, and then on play, when Digivolving, you trash the top card of your opponent's security stack, and this Digimon isn't affected by your opponent's effects until the end of your opponent's turn. If you DNA Digivolve, you Digivolve 1 on all of your opponent's Digimon and delete one of their Digimon. I mean, it's basically board wipe. It kills their biggest thing. You get to trash the security, and Raid Reboot is really strong. I know there's probably an inheritable we can get on this in order to give it blocker as well, so it kind of does everything. And I like that. I like that it can block for you. It can take care of threats. It can reboot. If you're really losing and you get to blast into this, you're gonna get to trim their board down by 1 just off the effect, and then block something potentially, and then raid into something else on your turn. You could clear 3 bodies, and that just feels pretty strong. I haven't exactly looked at what I would do with this deck. I don't know what all of the inheritables for the new Legend Arms cards are, but as far as I understand, this deck just kind of gives him immunity from like everything, and then you raid, you trash securities, and you just have a big guy that's tough to get over. I don't play too many decks like that, so I'm hoping that this is kind of hopefully something I could play, something that might be up my alley and something I might enjoy. So I'm excited for that. The next deck on my radar is the new Diaboromon support. This deck, so in Magic, I really like token decks. I like going wide with like white or black or whatever, and just playing lots of tokens and swarming the board. This deck does that, and it does it really well. Gameplay videos I've seen for this deck look fun. It looks like you get to play lots of bodies, and if your opponent doesn't have a way to trim them down or deal with that, you just get to take over. So start of your main phase, and when digivolving, you play a Diaboromon token without paying the cost. It is only a 3000 DP body, and then all turns, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is played, you can activate one of this Digimon's when digivolving effects. And then all turns, all of your other Diaboromon get jamming and blocker. I don't know, man. It just seems enabling tokens seems really fun. I know in BT17 we're gonna have the Doomsday Clock thing. That gives you an alternate win con. I know there's the Armageddonmon rush shenanigans that fits in that deck too. And to me, that just seems really fun. I'm assuming the deck will be probably kind of expensive because I know the Diaboromon Ace is in the deck, and that was a box topper for BT14, I believe. So I don't expect it to really be cheap, which kind of sucks because I hate shelling out a lot of money for a deck. But I'm excited for this deck. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll probably not be the best because this game does just have DeathXmon, which is also getting a reprint at some point. So you can always just deal with wide board, and it's going to punish this deck really hard if your opponent has it, especially if you've just got like a Diaboromon Ace on the board and a bunch of Diaboromon tokens. You just slap this down, and you're going to de-digivolve their Diaboromon Ace. You're going to get the memory back, and then you just have gas to work with off of that. And you're going to play the DeathX for basically nothing. Although, granted, it's not going to delete the Diaboromon tokens because they're level 6. But end of turn, if they've just got a bunch of Diaboromons on the board, I mean, you could potentially wipe all of them because it deletes the Digimon with the lowest play cost, lowest level, something like that. Which is cool. I just think it's cool. I don't think it'll be super meta, but I think it's cool. Next, DanDevimon. On play, when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. If this effect didn't delete, your opponent trashes 1 card in their hand. Your turn, while your opponent has 5 or fewer cards in their hand, this Digimon gains rush and security attack +1. I'm really interested in this card. Most of you know I am a purple crackhead. I really like unorthodox purple strategies. Whatever I can do to do something weird in purple, I like to do. I like that this is hand-centric in this card game. That presents a really interesting idea in this card game because your hand is always full in this card game. You play lots of cards and you draw lots of cards, and I don't know how good this will be because you are always drawing cards, and it feels like it's going to offset this deck's ability to make you discard down. But if you can do it, I feel like it would be really strong. And I like old DanDevimon. I like the Demi-Devi inheritable that just lets you play a body. I'm guessing that's why this gets rushed, is because if you play it off the Demi-Devi, you're going to be able to rush in for like 2 checks, which is probably good. I haven't looked exactly at what I would put around this card, aside from the very obvious like tribal support that it has. And I don't expect it to be good either. But I feel like there has to be a way to make this really obnoxious. I don't know if we have enough discard fodder. You might need to play this outside of its archetype. I can't say for sure. I will find out at some point, because I'm going to do a deck profile for this man. But yeah, it just seems fun. It seems interesting. It seems like something different in this meta. And in this card game, like I said, we don't do much discard down stuff. So definitely on my radar. Next, UltimateChaosmon. That's a lot of text, but he has partition yellow/black level 6 and green/purple level 6. DNA Digivolve is the same requirements. When Digivolving, if DNA Digivolving, you may place up to 2 level 6 cards from your trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards. Then for each level 6 in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Your turn, while this Digimon has 4 or more level 6 cards in its Digivolution cards, it gains security attack +3 and piercing. I have no idea how I would play this card. I know there's like a new Mega Digimon Fusion that's like intended for this. I'm sure there's some kind of jank way to play this that works. This card just reads like the coolest boss card I've ever seen. It just does. It's basically bottom deck board wipe, which is great. Bottom decking is always great. Security attack +3 and piercing. Like, the thought of hitting somebody with this card is just funny to me. Like, if I got hit by an UltimateChaosmon, I'd just be like, all right, you got it. You win, you know? And it just seems goofy. Again, I have no idea how I would play this. I don't know what exists to make this playable, or even really good. I don't expect it to be good, something that expensive to play, and obviously it wants you to have 4 level 6 Digimon cards in your Digivolution sources. But yeah, it's interesting. So that's that. That's on my radar. 16k body too. I guess you could always Digivolve for 7 on top of things. Is that just... It's only when Digivolving. Okay, so I don't know, honestly. I guess you could... No, I have no idea. I'm not even going to try and spitball that right now. But yeah, on my radar. Then lastly, not really a deck, but Bastemon. Bastemon? I don't know. This is on my radar just because I'm a Minerva player. It has Scapegoat, which I think this effect is really cool. When this Digimon would be deleted, other than by your effects, you delete one of your other Digimon to prevent that deletion. I like that keyword. I think it's cool. Decoy actually on the Digimon instead of needing supporting pieces around it for Decoy, I think is a step in the right direction. And then when Digivolving, you play a level 3 purple Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. I like that. I mean, my immediate thought is to put that in Minerva and then play out an Ignite, and now I automatically have a free sack outlet, or I have a second check, which is cool. And then the Inheritable is also cool to me, because when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, you can play a level 4 purple or lower Digimon card from my trash without paying the cost. So this provides itself its own Scapegoat material, which just makes it a safe card to have on the board. And then that Inheritable can possibly net you a level 4 Digimon, which I also think is cool. What I am curious about is if I have this under a blocker stack, like a blocker Retaliate, like let's just pretend I have Minerva Dame in the stack. So I have blocker Retaliate and this effect. If I block something and it dies, I wonder if I get the body or not, because this is technically in trash. So I don't think I get the effect because it doesn't activate from trash. But I'm not sure. But it seems like a cool card, and it seems like it could potentially have other applications in other decks. I think anything that plays you a free body is immediately worthy of consideration in lots of decks in purple, because bodies win you games, and being able to produce free pressure just by Digivolving is good. That's good free value to have. So yeah, I'm interested in that for sure. But that's it. Those are all the cards I'm looking at in EX6. That's what I'm interested in. I'll probably pick up a box or two of this set, I think. But let me know in the comments what you guys are looking at. What are you excited for EX6? I'm sure some of you guys are interested in the Demon Lords deck. I think most people are, because that deck is going to pack a wallop. But that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Have a nice day.